This your boy comedian DJ Joy. You watching the platform and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJ Joy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform.
Like you lost another one.
This your boy comedian DJ Joy. You watching the platform and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJ Joy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform.
Yo, what it do? Wake up, Montgomery. You are now in the building. It's your boy Young Rowe checking in and all the way across the table on my right.
Yes, sir. Comedian Blueski Blue. What's happening?
What it do? Comedian Blueski Blue. In the middle tonight's guest, man. I'm going to let this man introduce himself, man. Hey, this man got the drops for you, man. The drops you won't believe, dog. Go introduce yourself, man.
Go, DJ. That's my
My name is Michael London, a.k.a. DJ Michael London, formerly known as DJ Shadow.
DJ Shadow is in the building, man. Michael London, man. Thank you for coming to the show, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all having me here, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Hey, man, look. So how we do on this show, man, each and every Wednesday, man, we talk about the topics that nobody wants to talk about, you know, the crime that's going on, man. And we also get into the fun stuff, too, man. So we expect that segment to come a little on down the show, man. So we gonna have some fun tonight, man. We definitely going to do it. I'm going to enjoy this interview, man, because, man, you got so much history that you committed to this game, you know what I'm saying, in this music business. So we definitely going to get into that. But first topic off the top, man. Just the gun violence and all that. Let me do this real quick for my co-hosts and all and everything, man. Mm-hmm. We want to give our condolences from Wake Up Montgomery to his lovely wife and her family, and also condolences to Miss Chester.
Yeah, her auntie passed away from complications of COVID-19 and lupus yesterday. So
yeah, our condolences.
Definitely,
man. Yeah, but man, going into it, so the gun violence in Montgomery right now, man, is at an all-time high, man. Even coming into 2021, man, it's ridiculous, man. Shadow, what do you want me to call you? Shadow, what you want me to call you, Michael London? What one you want to do?
You Joe DJ.
I want new shadow.
Shadow.
Well, actually,
man.
I changed it from Shadow because I was getting a lot of national attention. It's another DJ Shadow that's known around the country. So to cut down confusion, I could, battle it out with the,
Man, he
brand.
ain't you, man.
So I decided to go ahead and go with the DJ Michael London since everybody knows, especially on the industry side, knows me as Michael London.
Okay. So we'll do Mr. London. How about that?
That'll work.
Mr.
London.
London. Hey man, so the gun violence is going on in Montgomery, man. What do you feel like is making this all go out like this? What's contributing to it?
Man, it's a culture. I'm gonna get all my arms in right now, right? You're not gonna get me later. It's a cultural thing where you have people are not actually. I want to say, what's a better way of putting it? The way you're being raised, the way you're being taught how to handle situations. People are not learning how to handle situations in different ways. You're learning, either you fight, either somebody come at you, let me shoot you, and all this other stuff. Instead of, let me talk to you, let me back off. But because of images where you got to be hard, you have to, you got to have a certain status and things. You can't let nobody punk you. You can't let nobody get anything out of you. So with that all happening, you got people with that attitude, like the moment you come at them with anything, you got to respond in a violent way. So because of that, which leads to everything else, arguments and everything, instead of, trying to argue it out verbally, now you're like, you know what? I'm just going to shoot your ass, and keep it moving from there. So I think that's really happening from that point.
Man, so what do you feel like we need to do, like to, try to swirl away from that? Like, do we need more resources? Like, give me your opinion on that.
Again, this is going to sound kind of corny. It gets back to people being able to relate, able to learn from each other. Young black boys able to learn from grown men. Same thing in our family situations and stuff. Back in the days, you had your mom, they'll beat your butt, whatever, and things like that. And I think in our culture now, we glorify it so much, and it's glorified around from everybody that has to change. You have to, literally change how you're taught to react to situations.
All right. I got you. Bluesky.
Man, you got some professional answers over here, man. I'm scared to ask him anything.
Wait a minute.
Let me ask you this, man. So, are you originally from Montgomery?
No, I am a military brat.
Military.
Born in Hawaii, grew up between Germany, Fort Benning, Fort Dix.
Okay, question. Do you think we need to have what is your opinion on marching bands, after school programs for the kids? What's your opinion on that?
Well, since I am a band member for life.
No.
French horn player, low brass.
Oh,
what?
man, my dude.
Everything.
Okay.
So, being a military brat, one of the good things about being a military brat was I was exposed to a lot of different stuff.
Okay.
And all the schools for elementary, I can't remember half of them, but we went to we had field trips, especially like in Germany. We go into all different type of plans and organizations and stuff. Even at Fort Benning, Columbus, Georgia, same thing. We went on field trips. We were able to see a lot of different things. So by exposing kids to different things, that's the thing that's happening now. A lot of kids are not exposed to anything. All you see is your neighborhood, your school. You go to Walmart, you go to the mall. That's it. So you're not going out there to, Shakespeare Theater and see plays and things like that. You're not going, to Atlanta to see different cultures, Chinatown, this, that, or whatever, these different cultures and things. Yeah. So you're only exposed to what you see in your neighborhood. So I think exposure is the first thing that's necessary to, again, the word for the night can be culture, changing the culture. The idea, the thought pattern of people, because now you see that as people are different, they're still the same.
Right.
And every culture is different for what you do, but the people still the same within that culture.
Gotcha.
That's a very educated answer, man.
Oh, man, you're killing me, man.
Smart brother talk. Smart brother talk.
Very educated answer, man.
Yeah, you're killing me.
Wow.
Hey, man. So, just, what I'm saying, you being in the music industry like that, man, and that word culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, Do you feel like that music that now the new generation is bringing, do you feel like that influenced the culture now?
Of course. I mean, the music is a reflection of your culture and how you living. That's what you're rapping about. That's what you're talking about. Because music, especially in black culture, is reflecting what's happening to you or what you think is happening or where you perceive everything to be happening. So if you go back to the 60s and 70s, with the civil rights and things, you look at Marvin Gaye with Mercy, Mercy and all those different songs like that were on the edge of telling you what was going on. Forgot what comedian it was, Roy Wood Jr., the comedian. He was talking about how music, you just can listen to black music to see what's going on.
Right.
And that's what's happening even now. With everybody's talking about mumble rap and everything like that. But again, once you dissect some of the stuff that's going on, again, that's how people are perceiving certain things. Even the negative views, it's still a perception of what you see or on TV or from the news, and again, from what you see out in the streets.
Got you. So can you break down the difference between, because we had an episode where we talked about murder rap and gangster rap. Can you break down the two?
Again, it's perception. So you have different levels of it. You have the ones who are really dealing with for real. And then you got other people that are glorifying what they think it is. Okay. So it's two different things. Because it's the same thing if you listen to Mexican music. They have the same thing with the gangs and everything like that. So within, again, is a perception.
Okay.
So let's start with, so with the murder side of the gang, it's like, again, if you're in the gang culture and you've seen this and you're being raised in this, you think that's normal. Okay. And that's the way it should be. So the ones that are really dealing with it, they live in that life. And they are glorifying that part of it and stuff. The ones who are not really in it look at it like, oh man, it's like being a basketball player. You see the basketball star and you're not the star, but you're acting like you're the star. It's the same thing when you see them try to glorify the same thing, gangster rap, murder, whatever. You glorifying it. So the ones who are rapping most of the time are glorifying it because they're not living that life. Because if you live in that life, you don't really have the time to put into it to do that.
That's true.
And then also the thing is, I remember hearing this again from a few people. You can't be a part-time criminal, part-time gangster.
Right.
Because if you live in that life, you live in that real life.
Sure. And
things. So it's not a thing to be glorified. You don't want to sit there all the time and sleep on a gun underneath your pillow because you're afraid you're going to get robbed and everything like that. But it's glorified to the point that you want to do that. Again, it's how we perceive stuff from the news, from the movies, from TV. On TV it looks cute. You got the gun to the side, you shot somebody and all this other stuff. It's good until you get shot. It's good until you're in jail and you're doing that nickel and stuff and you're going like, you know what?
This ain't it.
This not the life.
This ain't it. Man.
What you got, Blues?
Let me ask you this, man. So, you being in the music business, well, are you still in the music business? I mean,
yes, I'm still in the
okay, all right. What was your favorite person to work with? Like, give me a list. One person.
One person.
One person.
Man, to work with so many people.
I know you work with like the
crazy.
world, so I'm pretty sure you can just like.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go down a quick list of some different scenarios because I was involved in different aspects in the music business, and I'm still in now. Okay. And I also jumped into the film and video side of the game.
No. So, Ice Cube over here. Okay.
So radio, DJ wise, y'all gonna think this is crazy. Okay. As a DJ, probably the most fun I ever had DJing. It's behind somebody here local from Montgomery, and I'll DJ people across the country. Caustic McNair, back in the days when he was out in Tuskegee. I know it sounds crazy.
Hot 105?
Hot 105. He's over at Roscoe Station now. Yeah. But Caustic McNair, back in the days, man, Caustic, if y'all, for the ones who know Caustic McNair, he's, real, he doesn't look like he's a hype guy. He's real slender. He may be 180, wet. Just, but when he gets behind a microphone, this man is jumping on speakers.
Oh, man.
He's throwing cheers in the crowd. People breaking people's arms. Guy out there, and they're like, oh, man, Caustic. Oh, Caustic. Man, that was the most fun. Like, it's so crazy. Yeah. Who else? Monica May is another person. She used to be with Hot 105 again, going back in the days and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. She's one that actually put me on a lot of game pertaining to the industry and making sure that things were done correctly and professionally and stuff. And I got 2 arms to go.
Man, you had like 9 arms right now, man. But
no, actually 12.
Right.
I'm trying to that 15 limit. Another person, DJ HRT, my partner in crime from back in the days and stuff. Michael Ref, DJing on the NCO clubs when we were running 4 turntables and everything like that, and out there at Op, Alabama, and all these other places and things. Is the another industry thing? Oh man, the conventions, going with me, them, and stuff over in France. So industry people will be like, well, let me change up. DJ Jelly, having fun with him, hanging out. Greg Street. It was a trip, especially when he was down in Mobile. For people who remember, I know everybody knows him in Atlanta or Texas and stuff like that. But before that, he was down in Mobile killing it. Like, man, he was killing all that area down there and stuff. And, let's see, run through the mental Rolodex. Just on, again on the DJ tip, DJ FX, DJ Jeff C, out of Birmingham, and things with the DLS DJ. We started a little crew up, with guys, teaching each other how to DJ and stuff like that and scratch. But just to scratch and have the scratch sessions and stuff off the chain. True. And musician-wise, playing-wise, production, could I play production-wise and stuff like that? Different musicians. I know Kim and all them on guitar. My boy Steve and them that play bass and things. We had a little, jam sessions and stuff. Really on the jazz tip, which is a whole nother conversation.
Man, you just named half of Prattville. Man, you work with all of them, and it's still more.
Wow, man, that is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to people that made impact. Well, the thing is, you're talking about work with. I'm just thinking of people that made an impact on me.
Right.
So for me, back in the days, another a group of people that had a real big impact was my boys out there at AUM with the group La Force. So when I came from Germany, it was actually by accident. I actually came over to help out my mom. My dad was getting ready to retire, but the Army actually promoted my dad. So they were trying to keep him in, and he's trying to get out. So my mom came so she could find a house and everything like that. So I came over to leave from where I was at in Germany, be over here with her, and it went from supposed to be a month, and it went for 2 months and 3. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stay. And I ended up going to AUM, and out there at AUM, I met a few guys, Freddie Smith, Reginald Brooks, and Michael Sharp and things. And I thought I had turned my phone off. Look, yeah.
Hey, he's an important man. He's an important man.
So,
Right.
Okay, so I'm at 15 arms.
Right.
So now, so at AUM, we formed a group, of course, and we had a chance to, perform and do opening acts and stuff like that. But one of the guys I got to work with a lot was Freddie Smith on the DJing tip.
Okay.
And that's another person, we turned AUM to a party zone. This is back in the days. Lade knows what's up, and a few others. This is like in 89, 90, 91 and things. And it was just the perfect storm. We all met and out there doing those parties, doing the AKA parties in Birmingham and all that stuff. So we have some adventures, with that part.
Gotcha.
So let me get this right. So, okay, now you're at 15 arms. You went to AUM, which stands for Wow, man. You just got a lot of in you, huh?
I said, yeah.
Man.
That's
What's
funny.
up, man? That's what's up. So let me. My bad, bro. You have anything, or you want me to?
Oh yeah, man. Let me. God dang, Blueski,
I know, man.
Let me get
It's interesting,
just
man.
a little bit in, bro.
It's interesting, man.
We all good, man. You know how it's just friendly conversation, man. Like we on the couch.
I said, I understand.
Right.
Hey, I
Right.
understand.
Oh, for y'all watching, man, I got my Kamala Harris pearls on.
Oh,
Red
man,
dudes
this
don't wear
guy
pearls,
here.
we wear beads.
There you go.
This guy here, man.
So
listen.
Kamala Harris.
So, when it comes to Montgomery, do you feel like we lack the resources for our youth? You know what I mean? For them to have stuff to do? And do you feel like that's part of the reason why so much crime is going on?
Actually, absolutely. What's happening is the people that actually are trying to do things don't have the resources they need to reach out to the community like they want to. There's different financial, of course, there's a lot of times. And then just the red tape that's involved. And another part is just people hating on things. And that's from the community side of the game, where you try to do things for the kids, you try to set up community action stuff, sports, games, education, and what you have different fractions trying to parlay the look, trying to parlay, trying to look like superstars instead of actually getting what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of top game from that set of people, and then you got the people who are really trying to do it, fighting to get resources to make those changes. Like I said, with the sports teams that are out there, educational things, after school programs that are teaching. And another part, we get back to culture again. You have a situation where in the black community here, and I noticed that when somebody get out of jail, there's a party. Oh man, you out and everything. But how many times you see a party for somebody going to college or coming from college? And so the culture of those different things need to change,
That's true.
Where if you change that part of the culture, then other things kind of fall in place. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make sure we help this little program after school. Teach them out. Teaching chess. We got kids intern at these different programs at a young age. Finance thing, teaching them finance and stuff to a younger age. I'm talking about 8, 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, and be involved with running their own little business and things. But until you change the culture, the political culture, I think that's a better way to put it in. And I'm talking from the religious churches and things where you got fractions in there trying to get their little shine on instead of worrying about, hey, let's get this program working right. They won't worry about, okay, let's get this money in and do this and this our way instead of doing it maybe to be the best way for the community.
Y'all don't hear me here, Professor
Man,
DJ Michael London over here.
I'm trying to figure out how to kill all these arms.
All right, Blue Man, I get to you, man.
What's your man? He's trying to get all the arms out. You ain't got them all out yet, man.
Not yet, but it's
Not
good.
yet. So you want me to run it now, or you want me to wait?
No, man, come on, man.
What you want? It's on.
Don't
It's
do
how
it,
you want to
Dave.
do it, man.
No, not too soon.
Not too soon. Okay. See, he saved you. He saved you, man.
That works.
I had 10 questions for you, and you gonna get at least 2 of them wrong.
Man. I want to get into this history. That's what I really want to get into the history. You gave us some of it, man, but just really break it down, man, for people who don't know exactly like how much your hands are involved in this music business, man.
Oh, wow. So let me start back from the log cabin and shack action. So I got in the industry DJing. I started in Germany. Shout out to my man Doc Rock out there in Texas and stuff. But I actually started DJing at DYA dances and stuff. And the way that started was my man Doc was DJing. I was a breakdancer. So,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So you were pop locking?
Actually, I'm about to trip you out with that. I got on with this German breakdance team in Germany, and we were sponsored by Puma and Mercedes. And I got to tour around Europe. What? And got to be on everything from the European MTV versions and all that stuff. We were all Switzerland, all the different countries and things.
Oh man!
And I was the only American that ever made it on that squad, which was by accident.
So you got a Benz and some shoes.
No, actually, no, I got the rental. I got the Mercedes rental because I was the one that had international license, so I could drive. So I'm like 19 years old.
So you winning right now. You was winning. In the Benz. Man,
hey, making money, no bills, man. Having a flashback moment.
Tax free over there too. So
well,
yeah,
we'll say that.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
But overseas, I started on the DJing tip with my man Doc Rock. I actually started. He said, "Man, you know how to DJ?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I got to run to the bathroom." So I was basically lying, and and that's how I started DJing and everything. And it went from there. So DJing, there in Gelhausen, Germany, for all the ones who know Deutschland and things. Gelhausen, Hanau, Frankfurt area. I went to college in Munich and DJ over there at the East Side Club, officer clubs and stuff like that. And then when I came over here, like once again, when I got here, again, it was by accident. Since I said I was going to stay, I went over to Magic 95.
Magic 95.
Back in the days, that was the urban station. Michael Long just came PD. Frenchie B was the PD there. Again, I'm going back. I know QB Ray and all those folks going to know what I'm talking about. So I went over to the station, and I said, hey, man, I'm going to be on the air. I'm going to do a mix show. Because I've been listening to people like DJ Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out and these guys from New York. Because back in Germany, we'll get mixtapes for people just recording, off the radio. And those guys you would hear. So I'm like, man, I don't be like that, being on the air. So I didn't know any better, and ignorance is bliss. So I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to be on the mix show. And Michael Long was like, sure, well, we need someone to be on the air. Why don't you train? And I started training with Gary Lamar on the evenings to learn what's up with the big reels. Had to write down stuff from the BMI log and all the stuff, the old school style. And did that for a minute. No job. That's 17 months. So...
I was counting.
But I ended up working. My first real job, paid job, was with WXBI Radio.
WSB.
And with WXBI Radio, while I was on there, I promoted our group, which was Freddie and the guys from AUM. And we ended up going to a conference called Jack the Rapper convention. I went to Jack the Rapper to shop our group. I just heard there's going to be a bunch of industry people there, radio people and stuff. So I had a big index card, about that big. They had a group of force and everything. I had a cassette tape and everything. And I went up there in my Volkswagen to Atlanta to Jack the Rapper convention.
That's so cool. My Volkswagen.
Man, I was balling. I got over there and I had them parked along with the limos and all the Jags and stuff that was there at the convention. And at that convention was the Jacksons was there. You had MC Hammer and all these folks.
You got to meet Hammer, man.
Man, I met him a few times. Yeah. No, let me trip you out. Me and Queen Latifah, that's how we met. Queen Latifah was just coming out as an artist, and they made us sit at an overflow table. So you had the main convention area where they had the awards and stuff. They had another area outside of that. They put all scrubs out, right?
Oh, man.
So, you weren't, a big time radio person or whatever. And we were all at the same table. Wow. And it was crazy.
So was Queen Latifah really tall?
Yeah, man.
She's like 6'7" or something.
No, man. Look, Latifah, I didn't say that. So,
she like 6'6", man.
Hey, look, Latifah put me to work, so I'm not mad.
I heard that.
But so at Jack the Rapper, one of the things that changed was real beneficial. That really changed my whole trajectory in the industry stuff, and I'll close everything out. Was I'm walking around with my big index card. I'm seeing all those, like I said, all those little superstars, whatever. And I see a bunch of guys sitting at the bar, the jeans, shirts, just chilling out. So I go over there, hey man, I got this, my tape, I'm listening to, I'm trying to get a deal, whatever. And the guys look at me, yeah, whatever. I said, well, it's number one on my show on WXBI, and I'm reporting it and stuff. Oh, you're on radio? Oh, okay, let's talk. And then come to find out, long story short, like, if you're a commodity, people deal with you. Mm-hmm. And the guys that were there were DNA, Mark Cheatham. He was, I think Mark just became vice president of ICM management, if y'all familiar with that, for the United States, worldwide, but in the United States. Luther Campbell,
Uncle Luke.
Yeah. Who got an audio book out, man? Hey, man. That's another story. And a few other folks. But I was able to build relationships up, especially with DJ DNA out of New York. And Hank Love and DNA show out there. Shout out to them. And DNA, and I was able to build relationships with them, and they told me about MIDEM. MIDEM is a convention that was held in France. And at this convention, he said, hey, you need, come out to this convention. So again, me not knowing any better, raised up the little $3,000, whatever, and I flew over to France to this conference. Well, at this conference is the biggest conference in the world. All the licensing deals that's done in the world are done there. Mm-hmm. So if y'all look it up, it's MIDEM, MIDEM. They've changed over the years now. When the time frame used to be at the beginning of the year when they used to hold it. So what happened was there weren't that many American blacks there, but the American blacks that were there was like Quincy Jones. I met Ross, Freddie James, and all of them. That's 18 arms. I met. I'm trying to think. Man, that arm is really killing me now. 'Cause I'm thinking about it.
19 now.
And I'm thinking about it. I met the producers from Madonna and a bunch of other people. But what happened was the American blacks ended up hanging together. I met Sylvia Rome, Sugar Hill Gang. Those guys were there. Sylvia and all of them were there. And so meeting those folks, I got to build a relationship. And I met Al Bell. So again, that's another person. Look, Al Bell. Al Bell was the senior vice president of Stack Records back in the days. Well, Carla Thomas, Sam and Dave, Otis Redding, and all that stuff. So I met him.
So much history, man. That's crazy.
But I'm saying that conference and meeting those people changed up. Al Bell, when I met him, he was which gets back when I was saying like Monica May introduced me to people and stuff. Monica May put me on with the NBPC, National Black Programs Coalition. Mm-hmm. So I had a chance to know all the different radio programmers and stuff here down in the South for the Untitled Chapter region. Well, that was important because when Al Bell was getting ready to start Belmont Records, and the first artist that was on Belmont Records was Prince. And Al Bell was so impressed that I was over in France. He was like, hey, I'm going to be hiring you. And that led me to getting hired by Belmont Records, which my first client was Prince. So I'm walking around. That's when he became the symbol. When he became the symbol, that's when I had that record. And I'm walking around to the different radio stations going like, hey, I got Prince, man. I need these bands. What's up?
Right.
Automatically. Yes.
So, and then the next artist right after that was Tag Team. Whoops, there it is.
I remember
ice cream people on commercial right now. Man, look, the ice cream commercial is so funny, man.
So,
dang, man.
so all of that stuff. So that was the beginning. Another shout out got to go to my man Talib Shabazz, because Talib sent me my first invoice so I could do it. Situate or build my invoice the correct way so I can get paid.
Yeah.
And that was with the Far Side, Delicious Vinyl back in the days, one of the groups. And then it was Steve Ripken and all those guys. So anyway, that was the history, that was the start of it. But the main thing that came from all that was, as long as you're a commodity, people will deal with you. So that's actually my whole history. I started the record pool up because I needed records. I'm like, I'm on Hot 105 doing a mix show. We couldn't get records from like Dino, $1 Million Record Pool, and some of the other record pools. Dixie Dance King. Either they were full or we couldn't get on. So that's why I started a record pool, because I needed records, which led to other DJs who needed records and things. And 21 Arms.
Yep.
From there, the record pool.
That's funny.
The record pool stuff led to me doing promotions because I had all the different DJs in the clubs, which led to the retail stores. Shout outs to African Head Shop with Pat and all them, Lunny, you know, RIP. They we did some scheming.
Man!
But the thing was, that was the input with them getting vinyl, getting the music, being ahead of the curve. That led to me getting more promotional accounts and things. So that's how I met Puffy or Sean. Well, you see, he's P. Diddy now. Sorry. So Sean was with Uptown Records, and that's how I know Andre Harrell and all those guys. They come from there because they were pushing Mary J. Blige, one of the first artists and things. And when they came out, I was wanted to take them around Alabama. So every time somebody was doing promotion or marketing on street promotions, I would get those accounts for Alabama, which I would handle Mobile, Huntsville, Birmingham, and Montgomery. And it led from there. So there, the list of people and artists and things go from that point.
Scoop, there it is.
And then locally, you know, same thing with shout out, you know, Small Time, Deuce Comrades, Long Boys. And then it's different people. So I was happened to be involved because at that time, and again, I'll tell you, there was some other questions you was talking about, like how you make moves in the industry. I was a commodity. So if you trying to reach and get to these different people, SNA was the place to come to get to these different people or deal with these different people. And the reason why different people dealt with me is because you don't want to make me an enemy. And I was a resource for you to use. So like the record pool meetings there, I got all the different DJs, and my mentality is like this: if I help blow you up, that make both of us look good, especially at that time. So I don't mind making sure the DJs had the promotion material, drops, and whatever else. because everybody on that DJ list got the same stuff. When they come to the record pool meeting, they're getting drink tickets, but again, they get to meet T.I., they get to meet Yin Yang Twins and the different people that we brought over there to, the Rose, Top Flight, and then the Rose. And again, shout outs to Squirrel. That's another, I gotta say this, Squirrel never let me lose money, ever. And he always looked out on a whole bunch of stuff on different things that, I was doing promotion-wise, because he was always saying that, man, I see you hustling, I see you working at things, and I'll work with you. So all of that combined is kind of, the history and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I did not do it by myself. I had a lot of help from a lot of different people, starting off from the staff, man, Glenn Smith, with Grace Brooks being on there and working with me throughout when we had no money or waiting for these accounts to come in. Wow. We was being late on paying the checks and stuff. To my man HRT, to, like I said, Monica May, and there's so many other different people. Charles Dixon, and there Dean Jackson is another guy. Dean Jackson out in New York. He worked with MC Light's label for her dad. And that person put me in game, with that situation. But y'all got me babbling on, man. I could go on for hours, so I'm shut up.
Man. I like MC Light, man, but her voice kind of deep a little bit, man.
All I hear is history, man. That's all I hear is history, man. Hey, I'm loving this right here, man. We got to talk after this, man. We got to talk after this. Definitely, man.
Did you say
I said,
yeah, that's your third
That's my third Aren't you keeping tabs over there for real,
hey,
man?
Tab keeper over here, buddy.
Wait a minute. Let me catch up.
Yeah.
And what's so funny, I never really noticed that till just now. It's like, wow, I'm on the game for real.
Right. That's your 23rd one too, man, by the way.
That's
I'm going to lose the game. All right, go ahead. I'm not even going to get one. So go ahead. I'm going to be your worst person ever. Go ahead.
Man, listen here, man. We going to keep going on and everything. I think we got a commercial break and ready to come up in a few and all. But, man, so, Bluesky, you want to ask something real quick before we go?
Yeah, man. I noticed how you said you work with a team over there, back in the day. Do you think that's what we need in the hip-hop industry in Montgomery now? Because, everybody don't work together. They don't like to work together. Everybody want to work separately, but, you can reach a lot of people when you work together.
And that sounds beautiful. But
man.
But in reality, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
So the thing is, I was blessed with my staff. For everybody who's an entrepreneur, if you have people that's on your staff or working with you in your company and they're real workers and everybody's working together, that's a blessing. People tell you the hardest thing is trying to find people to work within your company and stuff. Right. So again, that's why I give shout outs to Grace and to Glenn, because they were the ones who cussed me out. Hey man, show us how to do this so we can make this happen. Mm-hmm. So like Glenn, like I said, Glenn handled the record pool stuff for me, and Grace handled the retail side for me. With the working with people, getting people to work with you is the best way to make that happen is the fear factor.
Say that one more time, man.
The best way to get people to work with you is the fear factor.
Yes.
Where it's like they feel they're going to be left out,
right,
or they fear they don't want to cross you. And in my situation, it's kind of a combination of both. Because I got to the point where it's like I said, with me being a gatekeeper in Alabama at that point in time, I choose to use my power for good, not evil. But the thing was, again, my mentality was this: if I help you blow up, then that means both of us are powerful in that sense. You doing what you're doing strong, that's my connect for this. I'm doing what I'm doing strong there. So like, for instance, the DJs. And a lot of the guys will tell you, again, making sure they got promotion material, make sure they got blown up on what they were doing, stuff they're doing in commercials and things. Because they look good, that made my record pool look good.
Right.
Because those DJs look good. So it's the same thing. Same in retail stores. If you got the product up and I'm bringing you in stores with, back in the days, Kilo, Raheem, and all those guys coming through, and I'm making sure they do in stores with you, that makes your store blow up. Which means when I bring stuff there, that makes me look good by bringing stuff there. Mm-hmm. So it's that kind of thing. Same work with producers, musicians, and anything else. But at the same time, you got to have that fear factor. Because if you, I don't know if you can cuss or whatever for real, but if you
like cussing, you okay?
Oh, by the way, you're on 25 arms, by the way.
Yeah.
Just keep it counting.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So the game with the fear factor is this: if you cross me, I might cross you back. And I know it sounds kind of ruthless, but it had to be that way. It's like to make certain people be in check. Because it seems like if you're trying to be too nice, people take advantage of your niceness. So it's like you got to have a moment, a level where it's like, you know what, I might go off on your ass. And, you know, you cross me or whatever from that point. And you have to be prepared for people coming at you wrong. You know, it's like being that gunfighter or that kung fu fighter in the town where you're quiet and good until you have to show out. And once you show out, then everybody, oh yeah, you my man, you good, you know, whatever.
That sound like Ip Man.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you have to have the resources to make sure that people can't take you out of the game. And then once you have that, now you can network because now you don't have to worry about the person that you're working with taking you out the game.
Got you.
And things. So yeah, it's a problem with people working with each other. The other part is that's 29. The other problem is jealousy, where it's like, oh man, you getting more than me.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on, man.
So with that being happening, and so that's the main thing that kills you. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna hook you up with this connection, but okay, what you gonna hook me up with? Or why you getting this connection? Why you blowing up here? How you getting on with Warner Brothers? Or how you getting here in Atlanta? But you're not putting me on. Or it's true. You put somebody on, they try to run. So there's a lot of situations back in the days with SNA where artists would come to me, oh man, and this is a story all the DJs would tell me. Oh man, look out for me, man. Just look out for me. I got you, dog. When I blow up, I got you. And it'd be like 3 years later when they come back down, they come back, oh man, you know how it is, dog, man, it was just rough. It was, oh man, you know, now they're coming back down the ladder. Now they're trying to be all cool with you now because they're trying to jump back on their second album, third album, whatever. They've been burned, it's whacked, they got blown out, whatever happened, blew all their money. Because another thing that happened back in the days was people would come here and try to get everything started in Alabama, then run to Atlanta and get ripped off by all the guys who talk a good game. Hey man, I'll sign you to MCA, I'll sign you to so-and-so. And then when you get ripped off, then you come back to the people who are trying to tell you like not everything is gold. So you try to explain to them, and that's another thing too. People don't want to hear the non-hype. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear hype. So when you try to tell people about the business side, like, look, man, get this with your publishing. Get this with your copyrights. Get this agreement between your groups. So if y'all split up, you have an understanding of who owns what in this group and things. Get your money, put your money over here. Do this with the promotion. That don't sound hype enough. You know, you gotta hear them like, oh man, you can get this deal with Nike and all this other stuff. So they go with the hype and don't want to hear the truth of the matter or behind the scenes, which of course, you know, don't sound as hype or boring. But at the end of the day, that's your business.
Right.
So they don't want to hear that side. So with the business side, if you're talking business, if you're trying to be honest and you know you're trying to work together, a lot of times people take advantage of that, which leads to the point where, man, if I try to work with somebody, man, they trying to stump me. The people who supposed to be my folks do worse damage than who supposed to be the enemy.
That's crazy, man. So, man, we're going to get into this commercial break real quick, man. Y'all stay tuned. Be back 30, 45 seconds.
Touch me, love. Wake me up in the morning.
Yo, we back again. Wake up Montgomery, man. Y'all hope y'all stay tuned, man. We are here with the legendary Michael London, DJ Shadow. Sorry about that. Mr. Michael London. Say you can't use Shadow no more, man. My host comedian, Ludacris Blue, man. You know how we do it, man. Before we left off, man, he was getting some of that good history, man. I mean, like, man, y'all hear this man over here talking? Right. Hey, my artists, I hope y'all listening out there. Like, really, I really hope y'all listening because this is some valuable knowledge, man. Like, for real. Like, let's keep going into this, man. So, coming back into it. So, 48 Laws.
48 Laws of Power. So 48 Laws of Power is a book that supposedly leaders and business people read, where this guy lists down 48 laws of interaction. Things like keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer, that kind of type thing. And basically what it is just mental psychological strategies for you to succeed or to be able to function in what you're doing. So if you get a chance, just look it up, 48 Laws of Power. They're not in any particular order. Sometimes they look like they conflict with each other, but these laws are things that you deal with in everyday situations. Right. So being behind it, one of the laws, I'm quoting it wrong, is where you actually, if you get a chance, pull it up if you can.
Oh, I got a book at the house. I already read it.
Okay.
So
you got one of the laws. I want to read it. Make sure I read it out correctly. But one of the things is working, like being able to operate and work in the dark, behind the scenes, that type of things where you keep the limelight out for you. That's actually how I got my name as DJ Shadow. One of the guys, Jimmy Walker, another DJ that was on Hot 105 back in the days, gave me that name because he said, man, everybody knows you, but they don't know you. They don't know how you look, this, that, whatever, but they know your name. So that's how I ended up getting the Shadow part going from there. And the thing was, I watched as I was getting inside the industry was, I'm seeing that, let me step back, because if I'm in the limelight, you got everybody coming trying to shoot at you. But if I step back, I'm able to see what's going on, who's doing what and things, and then I can make my direction of what I'm doing actually easier. So that's kind of my mentality on a lot of stuff on the business side. Like, man, I see these politicians, nah, I'm good. Right. You want this position? Nah, I'm good. Let me just step back here. Because you're able to maneuver and do things correctly. But in that 48 Laws of Power, again, look it up, read through them, and you'll see there's the strategies to, to advance your business. It could be used for good or evil. You have some people talking about, oh man, it's real evil that. No, it's not. It's just basic life strategies. Right. And this guy just wrote them all down. So that's the basis of it.
And a new habit at Books A Million for $29.99. It's an orange book with a blue strip down the middle that say 48 Laws of Power.
Or you really won't be on the game. Just go on the internet and just put out the 48 laws.
Right.
And print them out.
Print them out.
Oh, hustling right here, ain't we? Oh, hustling right here, man. It is what it is, man. But definitely, man, listen, I think it's about that time, Bluesky.
Oh, he ain't ready for him, is he?
I think it's about that time. I think we'd have let him get enough arms out, and I think it's about that time. You ready, man?
Wow. Man, let me get my political.
Yeah, go on, get you on. Go do what you gotta do over there, man, because these 10 questions, they coming in hot.
Breaking down.
They coming in hot. I wrote them in red, man. I don't write in red, but I wrote them in red just for you.
So people out there right now watching, we'll get into our segment, No Arms.
Yes.
About the funny comedian DJ.
Yes. Everybody's favorite.
Comedian Bluesky Blue.
Yes. Why thank you there, my brother. Why thank you there.
Listen here, man. How this work, people, man. 10 questions. Can I say
Yep.
Get 5 seconds.
5 seconds, man.
Answer each question.
5 seconds.
5.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
So there's one other person that didn't get none right before. Okay.
Darryl Bailey is the champ right now. Darryl Bailey's the champ.
Felicia Bell tried, but she
Darryl tuned in also. Shout out to Darryl.
Darryl, I'm about to take you out.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'm starting with a
Here we go.
No, here we go. Go ahead.
Are we ready?
10 questions.
Are we ready?
5 seconds. 3 arms and you out.
All right. That's my counter ready. You ready over there, Ro?
Let's go.
Okay. First question. Collard greens or turnip greens?
5.
Collard greens.
4.
Second question. Who rapped the fastest, Busta Rhymes or Twister?
5.
Twister.
4.
Third question. Name 3 Florida rappers.
5. Florida rappers?
Florida rappers.
Luke. DJ Crazy.
That's one of them. You just said
Tampa Tony.
That's one
That's one. We got,
All right, cool.
We got it. We good.
Fourth question. What was the name of Ludacris' first album?
5, 4.
Little Chris, being Chris, lover. Ah, man.
Oh yeah,
Let's
love
go.
this game.
Yeah.
Love this
Let's go.
game. You done with it? You
That's
don't
why
know
he
the
got
answer?
one. He got one left. He got one strike left. Come on.
You're not down. You don't know Ludacris' first album?
I cannot remember it for real because I'm thinking every other name except the right one.
Back for the First Time was Ludacris' first album.
Let's do it.
Chris, man, my bad.
Number 5. Name 2 groups that make up the Dungeon family.
Outkast, Goody Mob.
Okay.
Number 6. In a twerk contest, who do you think will win? Light skinned Keisha or Miss Mulatto?
Light skin, Keisha.
Alrighty, that's the same answer I had. Number 7. In a foot race, who do you think will win? DJ Who or DJ Big Show?
5.
DJ Who? Who? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Who?
I ain't do that, man. Listen, man, you wrong, dog.
Who? I'm still gonna hook you with the commercial though, man.
man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna hook the commercial up though.
Number-
I'm just saying. My bad.
Number 8. In a one-on-one basketball match, who do you think will win? Supernard or Tobias Tate?
5.
Super Nard.
Number 9. Name 2 cars that hood chicks drive.
Mustangs,
3.
old school Chevette.
2 hood chicks.
You didn't say what year. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll give you that. But the number 1 answer was Nissan Altima and Honda Accord.
Honda, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 10. Bright and early is what type of wet?
What type of morning?
Bright and early is what type of wet?
2, 1.
Cigarettes.
Bright and early is a type of orange juice.
Man. Hey, you know I was going all over there like, man, shot weed?
Man.
He did. Hey, he did better than I thought he would did.
Wow.
He got 2 arms.
You got 2 on.
He got 2 arms, man. But he did. Darryl Bailey's still a champ, man.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I was trying to take you out, dog.
Wow.
God dang it.
Wow.
Man.
This man said Bright and early is a type of weed.
Hey, I bet you it is.
Man, somewhere in California.
I'm going to call back.
In California, it probably is in California, Denver or something, but over here it's called gas.
So, man, I had a chance to do my little research on you last night and all, man, and I seen you just DJ for a lot of people. What's one of your most favorite moments of you DJing, like with somebody that's left? I seen you with Snoop. I seen you with a lot of people. So, who was your favorite?
Well, I tell you my favorite MC was, I can say now, was Costi. Behind there. Another person who I had the most fun DJ behind, she interned at work and stuff, Maximum. Right here in Montgomery. Maximum funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, Maximum.
Yeah, I met her.
And she got real flow.
Yeah, I'd have been in a few freestyle sessions with Max.
Hey, y'all, don't
Max tight, man.
Don't be sleeping. Let's see, another person. DJ Kolak down there in
Florida.
is another person I have fun with. Texas, I have to say, in Texas, down there with my boy DC, that was a trip, a moment. With the census, I got a chance to DJ at the Super Bowl with the college, collegiate, with different things, events and stuff with the census. I was a census DJ. Mm-hmm. So I got to tour around for your government DJing.
Oh, man, you work for the Census Bureau.
Yeah, as a partnership specialist.
Census Bureau.
And then Dr. Lee actually, what happened was this is during the 2010 census, and what happened, they built this big van with the TVs and everything, and they didn't have sound. So they had this big census center in Atlanta, it's Centennial Park, and they needed sound. And Dr. Lee called me the night before, hey, I need you to be in Atlanta in the morning. And I ended up being in Atlanta, and the regional director, once I DJed, did the whole little thing. I had all different music. Again, starting in Germany and being, just being able to play a lot of different formats and things. I was able to play for different folks, old school to new, whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, you're now the DJ
Wow.
for the census." So I'm traveling around like, around the country as a DJ. So that was off the chain and things. The most fun as a DJ is, I'm thinking locally, but Rose, Top Flight, before it was the Rose.
Okay.
Was the thing. And if y'all don't know, man, Top Flight was it back in the days for real. Rose did its damage, but Top Flight would really kill it, because you go around any artist that was out from the 90s back would tell you they knew about Top Flight in Montgomery. Man, especially all the old school artists, the Barcades, of course, Lionel Richie and all those type of folks, but every artist around, everywhere I go, when I say Montgomery, they're like, "Oh, Top Flight."
Yeah.
You know, like, what?
I ain't gonna lie. Let me ask you this, man. So, in Top Flight, right? I ain't mean to throw you off, catch y'all question. I'm like that. When I look at Top Flight, I be seeing like Jerry curls and bell bottoms. That's the Top Flight. Back in the day. The Rose was us. It was.
And you put this in the generation, because when you talk, when you talk about the generation right before mine, because that's what we said too.
You know what I'm saying?
We think like Top Flight.
Because when I think about Top Flight, man, I be thinking my mama be up in my auntie and them be up in
They probably were.
You know what I'm saying? Doing that little,
my God.
spraying with the Jerry curl juice and flicking everything.
It's probably group 4. Well, this is after Jerry curl juice. I've been going up in there. Again,
Man.
I'm talking about, this is for me, like I said, I came up from Germany in 88, so 88, 89, 90. So that's the Top Flight days. And all I remember guys were, I remember Thursday night, the Kappa night was off the chain. Man, the flight was jumping almost every day.
They still had the $5 chicken plates.
Long Island iced tea.
They had the white cups.
The Fred Flintstone cups.
Wow.
Like that big. You put it on your card took over.
Oh man,
That Long Island tea.
they still had that back then. Man,
That Long Island tea.
wow,
That's funny.
that's
man.
legendary, that man.
That's real funny. Man, look. So, for artists out there right now, for up and coming artists, how is the appropriate way to come to a DJ and get in to spin your music?
It gets back to the business side. And so I want to speak for a lot of DJs and want to complain about artists. So number one, first off, go to a DJ that actually can play your music. If quote unquote, everybody saying one more rap. If you have something that's new and you go into a DJ that plays old school, no, he can't play your stuff. Don't go to him. But you'd be surprised. Oh man, you ain't gonna play my thing. No, man, this is an old school night or whatever. I mean, vice versa. This is reggae night, wherever the situation is. Number two, understand that when a guy is DJing, like for me now, I don't put USB, I don't take jump drives when I'm DJing, because you got viruses and things out. And every time I messed up and did it, I remember at Alabama State, I did a step show. I put a jump drive in, and my virus program caught it, but it shut my computer down. Now, mind you, I'm DJing, but at least it caught it. So that, like, okay, never ever again. So make sure you get it to the right, either email it to them or have it on jump drive they can keep or whatever like that. And then don't think they're gonna play your song right then. If you don't have a buzz, if it's not hot, then I'm not gonna play you through my hot set. If your stuff is not hot, oh man, you ain't gonna play this, that, whatever. Okay, I'll put it on right now. It's gonna clear the floor, because nobody know it unless you got your crowd in there and something like that. I remember like SGA, I'm messing them up. Ballers.
SCG.
Yeah. Ballers. Back in the days, main event, right? DJ main event.
Ooh, boy, that would be my spot.
And now that's the story behind that. Shout out to Greg and everything. I mean, when they came in and literally they had their whole neighborhood in the club. So when we played the song, they went crazy. It's like, yo, out the blue. Like, I remember he brought it to me and I just played it. And like, I could literally leave the whole CD in and it would rock the crowd. But a lot of folks you couldn't do that with, because you didn't have no crowd, nobody knew about the song. Nah, you gotta build up. Even if I liked it and stuff. Then anything they could bribe you. Oh man, I'll give you $5. What $5 gonna do?
If you at five, if you at Top Flight, you get the road, you get that chicken plate. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, but no, just because you bribing the DJ, you know, with the money or the drinks and stuff, you think that's gonna make them play. Again, if nobody's feeling your stuff for that club, that situation, then no. You know, make sure you understand who you're promoting to and why you're promoting to that particular person, and what can they do for your song if it will work out. So if it is a hood club and they can play the song and it fits, okay, let them work it in. And then get the people to start requesting it. I'm not talking about this 2 or 3 homegirls, but I'm talking about if it's playing, the people jump into it. Because you can make people jump to your song. If they see like, oh man, 10 people jumping to it, oh, it must be dope. Now, you know, let me get with it too. Yeah, anything that's necessary for you to hype it up, to get it hyped, do that. But just coming to you and dropping you with songs, my hey man, play my song, I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy. If I don't know you, and that's another thing I'm gonna say too. Build relationships up with the DJs. Basically, build relationships up with people, period, your network. So if somebody comes to me and you're a friend of somebody else and, hey man, this is my record for my boy, look out, and I know you, okay, you move up the list. Now, I'm going to look out for you. Compared to somebody I don't know comes to me dropping something out, yeah, I'll get to it. No, I'm lying and put it right to the side and stuff.
Wow, man.
But at the end of the day, if I know you or we have a relationship, that's what's up.
At least you keeping it 100, man.
Hey, I tried not to laugh, man.
Man, I got to laugh, man. I'm sorry.
Y'all stupid.
That man said, hey, I'm lying. I'm not going to play that.
I tried not to laugh, man. Y'all
I'm
crazy.
sorry, man. I didn't want to give a long.
You got to keep it 100, man. That's
That's the thing. So if you work with DJs, build a relationship up and understand what that DJ is for wherever he's doing that situation. If he's doing events, doing weddings and things, certain songs not gonna fit because you know at weddings you got playlists. You know, people want to hear certain songs. He might can slide it in during a hype moment, but most likely not. You know, if you're at the club and this club is playing hood stuff like with DJ Solo or different things like that, again, they're gonna know when they can fit certain songs in certain sets that are playing. So that's what you know go from there. So build a relationship with the DJs is the quick answer.
Got you.
Add that to my list, man. That's 3. I got 3 right.
What you got, Blueski, man?
I'm still laughing at the last comment, man, where you said, no, I'm lying. I ain't finna play it. Man, I wish I would keep it straight 100 like that all the time, man. Like, I had a homeboy that bought a CD to a DJ at, back then it was, what was the name of the club on Atlanta Highway, man? Bluebirds. Oh, man, he bought a CD to him. The dude said, I'm gonna play it. Man, they played that CD all night, man. That man was looking at him like, he was looking back like,
oh man, let me tell you about the meme bug. Oh, you thinking?
Man.
I had a few situations when people try to think they gonna punk me into playing your stuff. First of all, you ain't gonna. Okay, can't cut. So.
yeah, man, we got kids watching, man.
Darn it! You think you gonna beat my butt in this situation? So. Man, you got guys. So again,
Hey, man.
it gets back to relationships again. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
You know, if I'm usually I try to tell folks straight up, look, man, I'm not gonna be able to play it tonight, or I play it at the end of the night, or something like that. But again, you know, or it gets like it's so hype, you forget.
Right.
But you get an artist, oh man, you hated you this, that, whatever. Okay. So, and then get back to the part of the story. You know, you're talking about the artists and stuff, looking out. So now, when the artists, they get DJs to play a record. So back in the days, DJs who all of us, we'll play many artists locally, and I'm talking about the local artists now. I'm talking about the national. But the local artists, the moment they get some hype, they disappear on you. Oh man, what's up, man? Oh man, can I get a drink? Can I get anything? They looking at you crazy. Oh man, you trying to pimp me now. And so when they get hot, then they get brand new. So why you not taking these DJs on tour with you?
Right.
Why you got this dude on here? You know, you're not looking out for those guys who looked out for you. So now when they come back again, now the DJ like, man, I haven't heard from you since your last little hit. Okay, I got you. Ain't playing none of your stuff, you know. And now
there you go.
Now, man, DJ, you hate it, man. You just that, whatever. But you don't support the people that support you. Because there's been many times that like DJs that supported artists, and again, I'm just talking locally. We're not going to talk to national or regional artists. Locally, looking out for the DJs that support you, or just the people to support you.
Right.
You know, your audience and stuff like that. You're too busy trying to be a superstar and everything, or you're saying you're too broke to do stuff. So like with radio, you got like Roscoe Station for instance. Roscoe, man, back in the days, if you're a local artist, everybody used to run a hot or the 97. Man, you can go to the Roscoe where Max was on there and Roscoe himself and go like, hey, if you just support him, buy some commercials. Do something to support his station so that he'll play your stuff. But y'all come to him and her there at the station and things, try to get stuff played, and then run and spend money at Hot 97 and everything like that. So why should he support you?
Yeah.
If you know, and remember now, this is with them kids in back in the days, they supported, they had that underground. Think about it. Everybody used to run there first to get that first airplay. Then again, when you go to Hot and stuff, now you're mad because Michael, whoever was there, you know, at the time, whatever, even now, it's like, oh man, you gotta come up with this, you gotta come with a G, you gotta go through the independent promoter, you know, indie and all this other stuff. Now you're mad. Now you go back to Roscoe, and Roscoe looking at you left eye like, really? You could have spent $50 in commercials, $100, you know, for your club function you got going on and stuff. So the thing is, a lot of times, the artists did not support the local people that supported them.
Right.
So that's the main issue, and now even nowadays it gets to that, which get back to your question about how you support each other and things. Mm-hmm. How many artists add friends to other artists pages and groups and stuff just on social media? That's free.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That only takes you 5 minutes to do a click.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't do that. How many times you put other people in that, you know, hey man, this person did t-shirts. Okay, let me send you out to my little network of people and stuff. Again, free.
All right.
But, yo, man, that's my connect, man. I ain't gonna let the fools know.
Scared to hit that share button, man.
Yeah.
I ought to scared to hit that share button. That's crazy. Boy, we got into a topic tonight. Oh, boy, I thought we was going to go a whole
I got one more funny question for him, man.
Oh, man.
You probably know the answer to this, but I think I do. You said Roscoe, or Killer Dilla Roscoe Miller, right?
Killer Dilla
How long have
Roscoe
you known
Miller.
Let's see.
Watch this. How long you known him?
Since 89,
89, right? How long have you think he had that Jerry curl?
Ross gonna kill me, so Ross, hey, man, you got to take me out.
Look,
okay.
As long as I've been born, I'm born in 85. Roscoe had the drip for a long time.
Listen, you were 3 with a Jerry curl.
Man, look, when I came out, my mama had one when I was born. So when I turned 5, everybody had a Jerry curl. I'm like, man, what's up with these drips, man? What's going on, man?
He still sported though. He's the only man, you know, in band.
No. Kevin Gates got one now. Kevin Gates got a little drip.
Man, that's just a show.
It's a small little mop, but it's a drip though.
Hey, look, you had a competition. You remember Michael Long had one.
Yeah, then he went and got a fade, man.
Yeah, Mike changed out the game. See who else back in the day? Man, look, I don't got no jokes for Roscoe because you got to give up your own station.
Right, I give it to Roscoe. I give it to Roscoe.
Young Roe has no part in this, Mr. Killer Dilla. I'm glad you know that now.
You can address all your smoke to me. To me.
That was another thing too. On this off the subject, but another thing too. Me come from Germany, It was a big deal where just to be around other blacks. So in Germany, like for instance, if you saw another American black, you're like, "What's up? You know." So
I'm not alone.
All military brags or military folks, you know what I'm talking about when you're in another area and stuff. So when you get back to the world, like we call the States the world. Right. So when you come back to the world, you're like, oh man, black folks. So there was a couple situations I got joked on because we were gone for a while. And one of the things with Shoney's, Fred and them know what's up, my man Fred and Tino, and they still laughing at me to this day. They had me driving around Shoney's out there like, hey man, Shoney's got a drive-through. Really? I'm driving around Shoney's. Wait. Man.
Oh my God.
I'm mad at the day.
Oh man.
Look here, man.
The thing was, you got to see it. When I saw Ross and them and guys at XBI and stuff like that, and just being here in the civil rights area, just where all the other civil rights people that was involved was seeing other strong, black men just being in there. So that was amazing. I'm like, oh man, black folks,
right.
And consistent in different positions. So I give props to Roscoe because again, y'all understand just all this stuff that guy had to go through. And that's for me looking from the outside in. Like when those shows, think about the shows that failed. You know, the
Yeah.
blues shows. So
Yeah.
now, it's instantaneous.
Right.
But everybody don't understand all them years when he had to fight to get that stuff going on and all this other stuff. So, you know, man, shout outs to Roscoe. Again, I got to give shout outs to, like I said, some other people out there. Well, Monica May, she's down there in Orlando, got her thing going on. So, what's up, Monica? And
You said that like you really know her.
yeah.
Hey, Monica, how you doing? You said it just like that. Hey, what's up, Monica? You know how you were loud when you came in. Yeah, man, yeah. Then
So
hey, Monica.
When you see, so when you see them Goon Squad,
DJ too, DJ.
yeah, she was on air. She was on PD over there, Hot 105.
Hey, look,
back in the days.
Young Ro has no part in this, Miss Monica.
No, man. Like,
So, like,
he
you
was
know-
so smooth with, hey, yeah, man, yeah. Kill a little Roscoe. Man. What's up, Monica? How you doing, Monica? He went
That
so
man's
old with that
stupid.
one, man.
Look, man.
You seen complaints from people about sweat?
Yes, my name is
God.
Roosevelt Williams.
Hey, watch it.
name is-
Man, look, we coming to the end of our show, man. Look, so what we like to do is have our guests give some words of encouragement to our viewers out there, man. So it's on you, my brother. Give the words of encouragement to the beautiful people out there, man.
Man, work for the man. Don't start your own business.
Oh, man. I had to think about it. I was like, wait. I had to think about it. I was like, whoa, wait.
Totally no, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what I would encourage is number one, first thing first, be able to research. One of the biggest things I learned in college from my English teacher, Dr. Klein, who gave me a C in honors English, was how to do research. She made us go to the German library and some things, even if you didn't speak German, to do the research on The Great Gatsby, which I hate that book to this day. The thing was, it taught me how to do research. So if you're talking about learning about information, especially with the internet and everything available to you, learn how to research because you cannot know about everything. And also understand the fact that you got to grow and always looking for more information. So that would be the first thing I would tell folks. The other thing is to network. If you don't do nothing else, try to network. I'm talking about if you're an artist, you need to find people who can rent you cars, the hotel, get you food, the food hookups, clothes hookups. You know, besides what you need on the industry side, from DJs to video production and all that stuff, because those different things are commodities. And so if you have those different commodities, or if you are a commodity to people, then they will deal with you in business.
Had a plug, man. Tell the people where they can find you on all your socials.
You can holler at me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Michael London, and on Facebook you can hit me at M London or Michael London on Facebook.
Got it, man. I'm your boy Young Ro, man. You can find me at YoungRo18 on IG, YoungRo4 on Twitter, Young Ro, YUNRO on Facebook. Blueski, what you got, brother?
Yeah, you can find me Comedian Blueski Blue on Instagram, Comedian Blueski Blue on Facebook, and that's about it, man. You know,
That's about it, man.
that's about it, man. You know, yeah, man. My Christian Mingle account got canceled, man. So
What?
yeah, man, I had to disable it.
Christian Mingle?
Christian Mingle.
And what you told me, might have canceled some other stuff.
Man, she got some goons, man. Hey, Monica.
Man, that's
hey.
crazy, man. Man, we're going to get out of here, man. Listen here, man. We thank you. Go ahead, man. It's on
Yeah,
you.
I'm giving shout out to some of the people that intern and stuff with me over at SNA. You know, of course, the staff with Glenn and Grace, but also my man Rick Rock. And if y'all know who Rick Rock is,
DJ.
and stuff.
Producer.
Producer, West Coast. He started out there at SNA and things. Also to my girl Zeta, who worked with Luke Records and everything. To even Maurice Brock. To Rico. To oh man, I'm gonna get killed now because I can't think of every name. But all the interns, all the people, Maximum, and other people that came through SNA, you know, mad shouts to them. And again, shouts to my folks, Dean Jackson, Charles Dixon, Shanita, Tambisa, also that was over on Urban Network, over at Hits Magazine. My man Nastiness, that was over there too. So, yeah, that's a quick list.
Quick list, man. That's what it is, man. Hey, look. That's
a long list.
Look, everybody that he called out, we need y'all to come on.
You ain't lying. Well, he just named half of Millbrook.